The best thing about running competitively is not smashing the competition into the ground. It's not winning nice trophies. It's not the blue ribbons. In my opinion, one of the coolest things about running competitively is the types of people that wind up in this sport. Really good, solid people. People who, to their core, are like the best kind of person that you would want to be around, that you would want to fill your community with. And that leads to some incredible moments in sports. So clip number 1 is a girl named Heather Heather D. This was in 2008 during the Big Ten Conference Championships. So this isn't just a tiny little race. This is a conference championship. The stakes are super high here. Okay, so gun goes off. It's hard to tell where she is. I think she's third place. She's third place. Right now she's the third one in from the outside. So now they can all move into the inside lane because it's a short race, so they had a staggered start.
And the Penn State runner is just running amazing today. She did win her heat in the 400, but ended up taking 4th overall. That's Fondor moving into the lead, sophomore from Penn State.
These girls are moving super fast.
In their Big Ten championship, so they're really relying on getting a lot of points from her this weekend. And
Okay, so I think she's the one moving up to the front now. Ah, and trips. Last place by a long shot.
her teammate just went to the front though, so they may be able to recover from that. And Dornan is...
And she is moving up on these girls. Like, usually when you have nothing left to give, she's moving up towards the leaders. This is so insane. Third place. And wins. She barely wins after falling.
That is amazing. To fall in a 600, I mean, this is basically a sprint. I mean, this is an extended 400 basically.
Wow. For those of you who don't know, 600 meters is just a little more than a full lap around a full-size track. So it's basically a sprint. The entire time you're sprinting. So to be able to make up that ground is insane.
To avoid a collision. And she is powering
Very
down
cool.
this home stretch, just doing everything she can to win this heat.
Okay, next clip is a clip probably a lot of people are familiar with. It's this clip is from 1992 in the Barcelona Olympics, and Derek Redmond was running the 400 meter final. So Olympic level athlete at the Olympics when everything's on the line. Like, you're not holding anything back. Like, there's nothing beyond this. This is the final race of the season, probably of a 4-year span. So it's a big deal, but it doesn't go well for him. So getting ready for the race. I can feel the butterflies for these guys. Gun goes off. He's like 100 meters in. 100 meters in, he gets a leg cramp. Something happens and he can't run. Everybody else is finished. He's the last guy on the track. And so he gets up to hobble across and just finish the race. I mean, it's the Olympics. He might as well finish. Crowd is cheering, but his dad comes in. He's crying, and his dad just lets him put his arm around him and walks him across the finish line. That is so powerful. That's one of my favorite running clips. And can we just take a pause right now at this point in the video? I know there's some more running clips, but there's like no other sport where moments like this can happen, because you just can't have your dad come out onto the football field or the basketball court, and then when something like this happens, you're dragging the rest of your teammates down. And one of the things that I love so much about this sport is, even though runners, at least in distance events and in track and field, it's a little bit different, but everybody's scored on like a system that helps the entire team. I mean, your whole team is scored based on the performances of individual athletes. But unlike basketball or football or soccer, where like everybody needs to be working in unison, with running, the whole race, like the whole experience it's like a deeply individual experience. And so I love that, because when you're watching these events, as a runner or someone who maybe ran in the past, you can relate to what is happening on the TV, whereas most of us like you just can't relate to like what the athletes on the court or on the field for basketball, football, baseball, soccer. It's really difficult to put yourself in those shoes. Anyway, on to the next clip. This next clip I've not watched all the way through. It is rivals helping an injured runner across the finish line. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this.
This hill taking a toll on a couple runners trying to finish those final 20 yards. Wow.
Oh, so this girl is just exhausted at the end of her race.
Show of
and another teammate from another school
quite make it, and they've got a team
is helping her across. Another girl comes in. These three girls are on three separate teams.
That's what the sport is all about.
Oh my goodness. This is just incredible.
Wow.
Sportsmanship phenomenal as you see those final yards
The
there.
girl they're pulling, like, she can't even move her legs with them dragging her.
That's Tate and Pease. The Boston College runner can't even lift her
Oh my
legs right
gosh.
now. She'll try to cross the finish line. What a shot right here. Taking at Soccer Park and carry.
But you sacrifice your own position to help another athlete finish what they started, and that's the true sportsman.
I've seen things like this myself in races that I've run, in races that teammates have been running. It's one of the coolest things about being a runner, especially if you get the opportunity to run competitively and on a team. Okay, so this next clip is a clip that really hit home for me, and it's a runner. His name is hard for me to say. His name is Cheprot. I should stop. Same scenario. This is a road race in Kenya. It's a 10K, and this is what happens.
Yeah, your picture also. So we have the athletes coming one after the other in finishing, but a great race.
Oh, so there's this dude that's ahead.
The man that has won.
And you can tell he couldn't see where he was going. He's probably on the verge of passing out. This guy, he's done. Now he's crawling towards the finish line, getting passed by people. Now he's rolling towards the finish line, like anything to finish.
Crossing the finish line, you can crawl,
Crawling.
you can do whatever, but just cross the finish line. And what spirit, sportsmanship to the highest order. And now,
this is lovely.
A competitor comes and picks him up.
This is what sports should be all about. This is what sports should be all about. Trying to be your. That's a civil Cheprot, I think. That's
Carried across the finish line
They should please
by a competitor.
They should just rough it.
It's insane.
Cheprot.
So we wound up doing 4 clips. The last one was kind of long. I decided not to include it in here. But what is your favorite running moment? Comment below, share some links to YouTube videos that maybe I haven't seen. Do you agree that running is one of the best sports that like allows goodness to come out, or is that across all sports? I don't really watch a whole lot of other sports personally, and so maybe I'm the wrong person to be commenting on this, but I do know one thing. As a distance runner, out of all of the competitive running that I've done, whether they've been individual races without a team or running in college, high school, middle school on a team, I've spent a lot of time around a lot of different athletes, from golfers to football players, wrestlers, basketball players, and I've always been really impressed about the types of people that decide to go into running. I don't know if running cultivates the type of person that you saw in these clips or if it attracts that type of person. Maybe it's a combination of the two, but maybe it's the fact that there are so many parallels between running and life, in the sense that you might be trying to do your very best and come out as far ahead as possible, but you're also really aware that everyone around you is suffering through the same thing. And so there's like this camaraderie, this ability to empathize with people that you're in direct competition with. And in my experience, other sports seem to be structured in a way that in order for someone to prevail, someone else has to lose. And what I love about watching clips like this of runners, of athletic events where that's just not the case, is it really like brings people's humanity out. And it's one of the things that I love about this sport. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel because we have some sweet stuff coming out. Rush is finally back from Hawaii. We're going to be publishing some things from his trip, the running that he got done in the tropics, and we have some really cool things on the way for you. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. It's 2020. We're trying to grow this channel. Thank you for joining us on the journey. We'll see you next time. My name is Christopher Claflin. Rush Mills is my co-creator, and we'll see you next time. Bye.